Hi y'all, Stephanie O'Brien. I am so excited about our final speech, and not because it's the last one, but because it's time for the call to action. I've given you facts. We've talked and talked and talked, but here's the time to actually do something and get involved. Honeybees are dying, and they are taking your favorite fruits and vegetables with them. So what are you prepared to do about it? How much time do you want to donate to the cause? I've given you several options actually. So donate. It takes 5 minutes. You send in a one-time donation and you're done. Plant a garden. You can go to Lowe's, pick out some trees and some wildflowers and some herbs and some plants and knock it out in an afternoon. Just plant a beautiful garden in your backyard. The bees will love it. Finally, you can become a beekeeper. It's a bigger commitment, but guys, it's totally worth it. The benefits far outweigh the input. Okay, so let's go slowly back through those again, and let's get into some more detail. The first one, donate, donate, donate. There are so many good organizations you can donate to. They are involved in checking on the colonies and making sure bees are healthy. They're watching things like pesticides and things like that. A couple of the websites you can actually find a petition to sign to ban some pesticides that are harmful to them. So they're looking at things like that and making sure that you're informed and you're aware. They educate a good bit so that people are more aware of what's going on. So any organization that you find to donate to would be a worthy cause. You can also donate by going through the local beekeeper, by buying their products, whether it be honey, whether it be beeswax, anything they've created, using those products. Those would be great. That money that they get goes right back into their hive, and they just reinvest it into their product. And it would be so great for them to gain from that. And then you can also donate a little bit of time with them. It's actually like the best way to get kids involved is to take them to visit the local beekeeper. I'm sure they'd be thrilled to. I know my dad would. He would love to walk kids through and talk kids through the process and how everything is done. And I promise you, the kids would love it. And they would be on you to get involved as well. So the next thing would be your next step, if you wanted to spend a little bit more time and invest a little bit more time into the process, you can create a bee-friendly atmosphere by planting specific flowers that they like. Now you can do a little bit of research and come up with some things, but a quick search gave me these things: chives, rosemary, sage, lavender, basil, things that you use for cooking are beneficial to bees. You're already using them. Why not plant yourself a little herb garden and help the bees out while you're at it? They also like trees. And one of their favorites, fruit trees. My dad has an apple tree in the backyard, and the bees absolutely love it. They pollinate. It helps the fruit to get bigger. It gives him more fruit on that tree, and it's sweeter. It's great, but it helps them, and you benefit from it. So it's a win-win. And when you get all that stuff back there, give them a little bee bath. And it's just anything, really, like a little bird bath with some stones in it that they can land on and drink comfortably and safely in fresh water. And they need to stop and relax and cool down a little bit sometimes, and a bee bath is a great way for them to do that, okay? Finally, become a beekeeper. Being a beekeeper takes the most investment initially. It's about $400 to get your bees, to get your hive, to get your protective gear. You don't want to do anything without your protective gear. But it takes a little bit more of a monetary commitment up front. But you get so much out of it. You get the honey, you get the beeswax, you get, as I mentioned, if you were to plant a garden and then to get a hive, it would be so beneficial for your garden for those bees to be there. And so you kind of, again, it's a win-win for you. You get to take care of the bees without exerting any effort on your own end, and you're gaining from it by having them pollinate. So before you get involved and before you decide to become a beekeeper, do some research. It's not for everybody. If you're allergic and you're scared of getting stung, you probably don't want to become a beekeeper. My dad's been stung several times, but he has a very, very minimal reaction. It swells for like an hour and then it's gone. He compares it to a sore ant bite. Not that big of a deal, but there are some people who are allergic and it would not be a good idea or safe for them to become a beekeeper. But do some research before you do it. But if you were to become a beekeeper, it's low maintenance. It's so easy to do. My dad checks his hive once a week, if that, less in the winter, and he gets a good bit of honey from it. He spends about an hour, maybe less, if my mom helps him out on it. So it's really not that time consuming, and you don't pour tons of money into it. It's not an ongoing, like you don't continuously have to add more money to it. It kind of just goes on its own. It's its own colony. It produces more bees and they do the work themselves. You don't have to do anything. You just sit back and collect all the benefits from it, like the honey that you can sell for a profit. You can collect the beeswax that you can use to create candles, lip balms, skincare products, all the things we've already discussed. But again, you can create products that you can sell for a profit and let the bees help you. I've made this easy, guys. I've given you 3 options, 3 ways to get involved. One has so little time commitment. The other has slightly more time commitment, but I promise you, any way that you get involved, it's going to be good for you and good for them. I've told you about where to donate. I've told you about the flowers you can plant. I've told you about the big step in becoming a beekeeper yourself. And it really, it would really be beneficial for everybody all the way around. And so, again, they need our help. How much are you willing to do?